down to the ground. You're dragging me, it's constantly. No, I won't make a sound. I love the pain, it sets me free. It's wrong, I can't think right. I love the blood below you, tell myself that this is the last. It's wrong, I can't make right. Slipping off in the morning.
Okay, welcome to episode 3 of the Sunday Ride series, and today's Sunday Ride will be taking us up into the lakes to Lake Windermere from Lancaster or Lancashire way, depending on which route you're coming in from. This is an alternative route which I find very useful for missing all the traffic, and also it's a cracking road, a very special route that used to be used by a well-known motorcycle magazine journalist to test motorcycles out on. So it is a cracking route, and stay tuned. We'll pop a map up now of the actual route and let you see that. Okay, so the start point is junction 35 on the M6. Come off here and then head down the left road just ahead towards Carnforth. But we're going to head at the bottom of that road right onto the Milnthorpe Road, the A6, and we'll follow that through. Okay, so when you get to the bottom of the bypass, head around the roundabout right on the A6. And have a bit of fun while you're at it. So on the A6 towards Milnthorpe, you might get the odd speed camera van. Sometimes do I see them along this road, but generally the speed limit along here is national, obviously 60. And then you've got 50-mile-an-hour limits in certain areas through villages, coming into 30 limit when you get to Milnthorpe. And normally you can get a camera van just as you enter the 30 limit going into Milnthorpe, so just be careful there. So it's going to be a good day today and tomorrow, weather-wise, and we've just hit 10 degrees, double figures, so it's nice to see it warming up a little bit. Okay, so just as you've come through Beetham, which is a 50 limit, and it stays 50 until you get into Milnthorpe just down the road. But I don't know if you can see just on the left here behind these trees in this park area, you've got a lot of deer, you see just there. And then as you come into Milnthorpe, it's down to 30. And like I say, sometimes you can get a camera van on the left just down here, so make sure your speed's dropped. When we get to the lights, or just before the lights, there's a Texaco station on the right hand side. We'll fill up a little later. I've got half a tank in, but yeah, that's it's a good place to fill up. And then when you do get to the lights, if it is around lunchtime, if you turn left towards Arnside on the B5282, so if you go down about 5 miles down to Arnside, next to the estuary there, there's a couple of nice pubs with a nice view, and also a really good chippy for your lunch. Or there's a spa, and I think there's another fish and chip shop just in Milnthorpe Square there. But we're not going there today, we're straight through Milnthorpe, keep on the A6. And we've got another few miles yet before we turn left onto the A591 for about a mile and a half, and then we'll turn right and we'll be on some proper roads, which is the Lythe Valley Road, it's called. If it's signposted and also gives a road number, I will let you know that road, and then you'll follow that all the way up to Bowness on Windermere. It's a cracking road, as you'll see shortly, and also that's the route I generally try and take to miss all of the holiday traffic, so tourists don't know about that road. And that takes you all into Bowness on some nice, really nice back roads. And then the route out of Bowness, also I'll take you on another route, and we'll get you back to the M6 or wherever you want to go from there. But we'll pick up that route a little later on, and you'll see that one as well. Okay, we're coming towards the end of the A6 now, and when you get to the big walled section here, you've got Levins Hole to the left. There's some gates just ahead, just by these buildings here, and there's some gardens and a hall, and there's also a cafe. Good to stop off for a cup of tea. And we'll just follow the road around here where it says Kendal and Barrow A590. I think I said the A591 before, but that's the main route that goes past Kendal into Windermere. So we're going to take the left just here, which is signposted for Barrow, Grange over Sands and Newbury Bridge, and it's the A590. And about a mile and a half down this road we're going to turn off the dual carriageway, and then we're on to the good roads. So where that hill is in the distance, we'll be turning just before that and cutting through Lythe Valley all the way up to Bowness. So where you see the Dacia and the Volvo garage, just on the right there, you need to be turning right off the dual carriageway, and you'll see a sign saying Bowness, Windermere A5074. That one just there. And also you've got the Gilpin Bridge pub just here, and then you'll be turning left just after the pub, just before the other bridge. Now this is the Lythe Valley Road. It's the A5074, and this will wind your way basically through the valley here, up into those hills, drop you down to Bowness on Windermere. A few spring lambs about. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this road is like it's like a roller coaster up and down these hills. You've got the Lythe Valley Hotel there, good food, grab a drink. So I don't know how this new camera angle's panning out from the front that you're looking at now. It's on a selfie pole slightly in front of me on the bike. So you come to a very 90-degree corner up here, just follow it round to the left. You can go right to the Punch Bowl at Crosswaite there, really nice pub. Keep on the Bowness Road, the A5074. Twisty for 3 miles, did that say? Certainly is, and it's certainly a lovely road. You do get the odd car here and there. This place is called the Damson Dean Hotel and Leisure Centre. Swim and gym, day membership, $7.95, bargain. Well, there's a few flies about today, sticking on my visor. Hopefully they're not on the screen of the camera. And that can only mean one thing, that it's definitely warming up and summer's coming, which is fantastic. So when we do get to Bowness, we'll park up near a little coffee shop cafe on the glebe right next to the water. That's where most motorcycles tend to park. and it's just a nice place to get a coffee and an ice cream. There's a couple of marine shops, boat sales places there if you're keen on boating, just next to the marina. This is the only section really where it tightens up and the road's quite narrow, so just take it steady through here, but it's certainly a lovely part of the world. You don't really want to be going fast through here, just taking all these glorious sights. Nice stone washed houses and dry stone walls and plenty of daffodils out. So while I'm rabbiting on, I have a new product coming shortly, hopefully next week. So next weekend I'll put a little review video up on this thing, and basically it's a puck. So you know, the pucks that you use to put your side stand on when you're on a soft gravel drive or grass if you're camping. I use a normal puck. I think some that I've been given when I've been to Alton Park or Silverstone when I'm parking my bike on the grass. And what this puck does, it actually has a retractable cord inside it, and a little loop that you can put round your handlebars. And basically, I don't know if you've ever been in the same predicament, but sometimes if you're on soft grass and you take the puck off, put your bike back on the side stand while you put your puck away, and then you get on the bike, and while that's happening your side stand's digging in the grass and your bike's nearly falling over. So anyway, so what this puck does with the retractable cord is you actually get on your bike and you just unhook the loop from your handlebars, take your side stand off the puck, and then it retracts back up to the loop where your hand is, and you can just literally pop it in your pocket or your tank bag and set off. So yeah, very nice product. So one is on its way, and I'll be testing it next week and giving a little review on that product. So stay tuned for that. That will be hitting Saturday next week. So there's lots of bed and breakfasts up here, and it says Bonus and Lake left, but we're just going to head down this road. This will take you into the town of Bowness, just above where the lake is, and then basically we're going to head a left at the end of this road and then drop down by the lake so you can see all of that. Past the Velsfield Hotel, and then this drops you into the centre of Bowness, just here. Cut down this little road. Nice Ferrari. Another nice Ferrari. Beautiful. So this is Bonus on Windermere. You can get little cruises, trips around the lake, rent rowing boats, self-drive motorboats. As you can see, it's only beginning of April, first week of April, but it's very busy, so you can imagine what it's like in height of season. But if you use the roads which just come up, you'll steer clear of all the traffic and you won't be stuck in big queues of it. So we're just turning right here, which takes us to this is called the Glebe. It's one way. A few bikes out today. And then there's a little cafe just down here. You used to be able to park down the side of it. I'm not sure if you are anymore. Haven't been up for a while. Yep, I'm going to go down there. There's no sign saying no motorcycles. So this is the place where you can hire little motorboats from. Little self-drive boats. So yeah, the marina is down there, and that's where you get the boat yards and boat sales. And then you've got a lovely 18 miles long lake. So you get a lot of sailboats on here, a few motorboats here and there. But a lovely place to pop to. So this is Bonus on Windermere. And as you can see, you can park your bike there, and just the cafe on the corner where we turned in. You can get a nice coffee and a cake or some sandwiches. And that's the Glebe at Bonus over there. So yeah, a nice area. I think the self-drive boats were about £40 for 2 hours. You can fit about 6 on board. Don't need a license. It's nice to have a trip out, take a picnic with you, go out to one of the little islands out there, and yeah, have a trip. It's a bit cold today though. Yeah, really nice area. So you got some little gift shops, fish and chips, pub and restaurant just here, car park here if you ever come up in the car, ice cream van, and this is where your boat place is, just there. Okay, so the route to get out of Bonus, now if you go up through the town where we just came down through the last bit of it, it gets very busy and you'll just be in traffic jams all the way up to Windermere town, or you can either turn left up there, but what you want to do basically is come like I am doing from the Glebe here, and then you'll see a Newbury Bridge sign, which is also a good road. You can take down to Newbury Bridge and then back up the A590. But what we'll actually do is we're going to hang a left just down here, and that will take us up onto the top road. Can pick up the Crook Road, so we'll turn left just here where it says Kendal and Lancaster, and we'll head up this hill. And when you get to the top, you need to turn left. As you can see, no cars this way because nobody knows of this route unless they're local. So yeah, we'll just turn left up the top here and then directly right where it says Crook over there. And then we're onto some really awesome route and roads again, straight up the hill. With a little wheelie thrown in. A few places for overtaking. So this is the Crook Road, which takes you to the Kendal roundabout, which is on the A591, just the other side of Kendal. And from that roundabout, you can either go back towards the M6 on the bypass, or what we're doing today is we're going to actually drop down into Kendal town and just cut through the back of town and then pick up the Endmoor Road, which was on my map earlier. And also that's a great road again, and that'll take you towards junction 36 of the M6, and from that route then you can either carry on to Devil's Bridge at Kirkby Lonsdale and go that way, but I think today we're going to actually drop down through Burton in Kendal, back down towards Carnforth, and then head home from there. So again, another roller coaster of a road. Makes for quite a fun ride. Another pub on the left here, the Wild Boar. Always good for a nice little shandy in an afternoon in the summer. Another pub, the Sun Inn, on the Crook Road. So as you get towards the end of the Crook Road, like I said, you'll drop down to the roundabout. You can go right over the A591 towards the M6, and the left road is the A591 towards Windermere town, which is the one that's normally pretty blocked up because you've got all the traffic coming down from the dual carriageway and then onto that main top road that takes you in, and that's the main feeder route for the lakes. So it just gets chock-a-block all the time. So you could even come towards this roundabout and then head on this Crook Road and do it the other way around. I think also if you're heading over Kirklands Pass, which is another nice route, it'd be easier to come in this way or the other way to get to Bonus, and then just at the top of Bonus you go through Windermere village or town, and then you can pick up the Kirklands Pass route. It'll save you a lot of time being stuck behind cars. So we're going to go right, A5284, which is just left in a minute, and drop down into Kendal, and then like I say, we're going to scoot round the back of Kendal over them there hills in front of us, well, behind this house. Yeah, and here's Kendal town, so we'll just drop down here now, and then we're going to pick up the Endmoor Road. So I'll show you as we go through town which route to take, and then that'll take you out into the country roads again and save you having to go down all that bypass, which is not fun on a bike in my opinion. Okay, as you get round to the bottom of the road here, straight in front of you is the town centre, and we're just going to swing around to the left, and then we're going to head right at these lights. So one thing I wanted to bring up this journey was in October, if you look back through the videos, you will see that we did a 3-day Normandy D-Day trip with my cousin Jason on his BMW GS 1200, and lovely trip, excellent. But I believe the French authorities have reduced the speed limits on most roads in the country and not changed the signposts, and it was a test to see if it reduced accidents by slowing the traffic down, which I think's crazy because any tourists there are just going to look at the signpost and think it's that speed limit. So yeah, this week I got a fine through from France. all the way from October 25th, it was last year, just come through the post. €45 fine for 10 kilometres over the speed limit, which I was exactly bang on, pretty much the speed limit as per the signposts. Now, because they internally in the country reduced the speed limit by 10 mile an hour or 10 kilometers per hour, but didn't adjust the signposts, then unless you knew about it, you'll get a fine through. So yeah, I got one from the 25th, which was the start of the trip, and then lo and behold, this morning, a couple of days later, I get another one for €45. Again, for about 5 kilometers over the speed limit. 5. No 10% margin there then. And another €45 to pay within like 50 days. Or it goes up to about €180 each fine if you don't pay it. So yeah, be careful in France, because the crafty buggers have made an agreement with the British government that they can access the database of license plates, get your address and send you the fine. There's no photographic evidence at all, it's just written down on some nice paper. So out of the trip, by obeying the speed limit signs, pretty much, give or take a kilometre an hour or two, I got 2 fines through, which is quite laughable really. The good thing is there's no points on your license, just a couple of fines to pay really. But yeah, just a word of caution if you are planning to do a French trip, and just really stick to the speed limits, otherwise you will get a fine through the post. Now I believe it to be enforceable. How, I've no idea, and that's only believe it to be enforceable. They have access to our database in this country, but apparently it's not reversible. So if a French person comes over here in their car and speeds, apparently we can't send them a ticket, which seems crazy to me. And what with all the Brexit, so anyway, I'll cut off for a minute. So Oxenholme, Enmore, A65. So basically you need to go up this road and be naughty like me. Just cut across behind this bike, whatever it is, and keep on this route now, and this will take you all the way out to the M6, but not on dual carriageways. Another petrol station just here if you need to fill up. Just coming out of Kendal, you come to a roundabout and stay on the A65 left towards Oxenholme and Endemore. That guy appreciates a nice bike. Wonder if he has one himself. So yeah, I was a bit miffed by getting the speeding tickets, but to be fair, I did notice on a couple of occasions as I'd passed the speed cameras, which by the way are not big yellow things at the side of the road in France. They look like little grey bollards that are tucked away in the hedgerow. And I do remember passing a couple and thinking, oh, was I just over the speed limit? So anyway, I got fined, so be it. And I'll pay them. I'll not contest them or ignore them. I'll get them paid. But next time I'm in France, I'll be a little bit more careful. So we're coming out of Kendal now, and as we get to the roundabout here, you've got Asda on your left, and then the road just opens up really past the hospital, a little further up the road. So it's been a cracking day out so far. A lovely run up the Live Valley Road into Bonus. Didn't film it, but had a nice coffee in Bonus and an ice cream next to the lake. And I thought the camera was on, but it wasn't, it was off. So apologies for that, but it was a nice coffee and a nice ice cream. So we're just dropping down into Kirklands now. On the left here you've got the Kirklands Hotel. That road there is a nice little cut through to Milnthorpe. Cracking little road. It's only about 3 miles, but it's really nice. And then this little road here, don't know if you can see it, but there's the M6 just running up over the top there. And we'll go underneath a bridge, and then you got another petrol station on the left, just up here, where we'll fill up at, I think, 119.9 per litre of regular. So what's your view on sitting on your bike while fueling up? Sometimes do it, sometimes don't. So yeah, the advantages of fueling up while you're sat on the bike: get a bit more fuel in the tank, but it's dangerous. So yeah, if you're sat on the bike and for some reason the fuel pump sticks and then fuel spills out all over your engine and hot exhaust, bye bye bike and bye bye you. Frankly, I've pretty much always sat on the bike, although lately I've started getting off and actually been asked to get off rather than take my helmet off. But some petrol stations are different; they don't want you to do that, which is fair enough. But funnily, I tend to spill more when the bike's on the side stand than when I'm sat on it upright. So what we've done there, we've just come straight across the junction. You could have gone left to Kirby Lonsdale or right to the M6. And we're going now down the Burton and Kendal Road, which will meet back up with the A6 at Carnforth. Again, another lovely route, takes you through the village of Burton and Kendal. A couple of nice little humpback bridges. So the village of Burton and Kendal used to have 2 pubs here. Now you've only got one, I think the King's Arms on the right hand side going through the village. The Royal Hotel on the left is closed down. Another pub across the country that's closed. So you got the King's Arms just here on the right, still open. And there is a good place just down the road from here, and I'll show you that in a minute once we get out of the village. So it opens up now, again into another fast section. Very conscious of flies on the lens and you not be able to see the lovely countryside, because my visor is absolutely peppered with flies. The beauty of motorcycles. You can just skip to the front of the traffic. Yeah, so the Longlands Hotel is just along here on the left, and really nice restaurant as well as pub. Great for those Sunday rides out and just pulling in and getting a Coke and a bag of crisps or a shandy. And you can sit outside the pub on the benches just there. And then again we cross the M6 motorway, and then just down here we've got the A6, which is where we pretty much set off from a little earlier today. So we come to the roundabout, head left, and then keep on the A6 back down towards Lancaster. And that's pretty much my my route finished for today. It was only a short one, but it was a lovely route, and like I say, it stops you hitting all the traffic on the main route going into the Lake District. So the Lythe Valley Road and the Crook Road, brilliant roads to take when you're on a motorcycle. So yeah, thanks for watching the 3rd episode of Sunday Rides, and stay tuned for another next week. If you like the videos, please subscribe and hit the like button. and I'll catch you on another one. So if you like the videos, please subscribe and hit the bell button for regular reminders of new videos coming up.